What's up, you guys? Tech Anime coming at you guys today with a brand new video. And in this video, I wanted to give you guys a heads up on a payment plan that I've been using now for a minute. I deem it a so-called credit card alternative because I think it would be really beneficial for some of you out there to know of this payment plan option that allows you to split up a payment that you're trying to do without any crazy amount of interest. So the answer, you guys, is simply QuadPay. So QuadPay is an application that extends its users a credit line that allows them to make a purchase, whether it be online or in store. So the payments are split into 4 installments that anyone can take advantage of, receiving the item while also still paying off the item that they're trying to get. And the whole idea is that you're paying back this within a 6-week time frame. So they split these 4 payments within that 6-week time frame, and the first installment comes out immediately as soon as you actually make that purchase today. So say for example that you have to, or you want to actually make a $100 purchase, and that $100 purchase is going to be there in your credit line as well inside QuadPay, so you actually can make the purchase. So you go and you open up the app and you say, okay, I want to go ahead and make a $100 purchase, whether it be online or in store. So what QuadPay will do is it will take that and it will split it into 4 installments, which will be $25 each. And then at the same time too, QuadPay is going to add $1 per installment for a total altogether of $104 that you're paying in total for the purchase that you're trying to actually get. So basically you pay, let's say, so you're going to pay $26 today, but you're going to receive the item within a short period of time, whether or not if it's being shipped or if it's even, in store or something like that. And the one thing that you also have to remember as well is that the first installment is going to come out immediately. So you're actually paying the first installment right then and there. And then the next 3 are actually going to be paid 2-week intervals. So 2 weeks, another installment, 2 weeks, another installment, and then, 2 weeks, and then the last installment. And really, the approval process is really fast. It's really easy. It's very simple. They do like a customer assessment, and it does not mention at all that it does a soft or hard credit check at all. But, they do something where it's all you have to do is pretty much enter in your name, phone number, and like a credit card or a debit card or something of that nature. They're doing some sort of assessment into the background. Don't want to necessarily say it's a soft credit check or a hard credit check. They most definitely do have eligibility for a particular set of users based on their assessment. So QuadPay is for anyone and everyone who's looking to make a purchase online or in store. And I can't really say that you need a credit history for QuadPay, but I can say that they are most definitely going to do some sort of customer assessment based on the information that you give them. Like I said before, they're going to ask for your name, your phone number, and maybe like a credit or debit card that you have on file that you already currently do use. And, once they actually do a look into this, what they're going to do is they're going to determine whether or not they want to approve you for one of their credit lines, or they're going to either deny you. And I don't think that even if you do get denied, I don't think it should be the end of the world for you. I think that, maybe you should just apply again, but within another period of time, or, just give it a little bit of time and then apply again. So one of the things I also wanted to talk about are the pros of QuadPay. The pros of QuadPay is that it's simple and it's an easy to use application that allows you to make a purchase like very easy in store or online. The ability to basically purchase anything makes this application even better than some of the other installment payment plans that are out there, such as Afterpay or Affirm or even Klarna. With the new and recent updates of the application though, I'm not necessarily sure what their direction is for the future, because I'm starting to see where they're doing a lot of advertising on the platform of particular stores that you can use it in. And the only thing that kind of scares me with that is that, it could essentially mean that they're kind of trying to set it up like almost like an Afterpay. And Afterpay only limits you to the stores that they actually approve of. Whereas QuadPay allows you to use it anywhere that you can think of, so long as they have contactless payment options. The other thing is that, if they support contactless payment options, which really makes it very, very nice for somebody who's just trying to go into a store, and so long as they actually support contactless payment options, you can go ahead and make a purchase right then and there by just simply using your digital wallet and paying either with Apple Pay or Android Pay or whatever other kind of payment option that you may have that's contactless on your phone. And although it won't necessarily benefit your credit score, the ability to use a digital card at the same time too to make purchases where they extend you like a credit line and you have to pay back all of the installments over time, you gotta say that's actually really beneficial. I mean, to pay off an item, you essentially have 6 weeks, and roughly you can actually kind of say that a credit card closes its statement around the same time frame. You know, a credit card takes about a month. QuadPay is about 6 weeks, and then based on how much they actually extend to you as far as a credit line, then you know you can really take advantage of the entire amount. And you know, you can even maybe even sync it to your working hours or something like that. Like, you know, if you say you get paid every 2 weeks on a Friday, and say you want to make a purchase on Saturday, then maybe you can actually sync it up with how the way your work schedule is going, so that way you make the payment towards your QuadPay installment every 2 weeks, every time you get paid on that Friday from work. So it's like literally you get paid on Friday from work, and then you make the payment to QuadPay the next day, to make it a really like easy process for you, so that way you don't ever have to worry about, you know, some money at a different time frame, other things like that. Now to go over some of the cons of QuadPay. So one of the cons that I actually wanted to point out is, I would actually say is a con, is the customer service. So despite the many benefits of QuadPay, the potential shortcomings of the application can make it somewhat hard to kind of recommend to some other users, simply because of the fact that, you know, their customer service is just all based on chat rooms. I feel like as if they need an on-phone customer service because really it's just missing that little bit of an element to, you know, really get something done potentially way faster than what you actually would even anticipate it would take you. So, you know, say it takes me 2 minutes to type out a message inside a chat room, whereas it only takes me 15 seconds to articulate what I'm trying to actually say, you know, via phone. So I really think that it's missing a little bit of that human element, especially through without having a phone service. The other kind of con that I see with QuadPay is that they do not have a physical card. This can actually also be detrimental if you're going into a store, for example, and say that they do not accept contactless payment. Then you're kind of stuck, or you have to kind of resort to just whatever other kind of cards, physical cards that you actually have there in your presence, or even cash. So if they don't support contactless payment in the store that you're actually in for the in-store purchase, then there's no way for you to actually even use QuadPay unless there is some sort of way for them to enter in the card number and, you know, the other card credentials as well. And you know, maybe it could happen, but other than that, really contactless payment is one of the only options that QuadPay actually currently supports. And you know, as soon as you go into a store, of course, you have it inside of your digital wallet. You open it up inside your digital wallet and scan there at the contactless payment kiosk. That's about it that you can do with QuadPay, and that's the only thing that you can do with QuadPay until they actually give support for a physical card. Another thing that I think is also a potential con with QuadPay is that I don't think they necessarily communicate as well with their customers. So I have actually been with QuadPay now for about 1.5 years or so, and I understand that due to the recent events of the COVID-19 pandemic that is actually, you know, occurring right now, I noticed that a sudden decrease in my credit line that, you know, that makes sense, but from my perspective, it would have been nice if QuadPay had actually communicated to me that they were going to do a decrease in my credit line. QuadPay did not at all actually tell me that they were doing a decrease in my credit line. And, you know, with the decrease in my credit line, it was a little bit kind of confusing because, you know, I've been using it for about 1.5 years, and QuadPay actually increases your credit limit over time based on how long you've been using the application. And that actually leads me to my last con, which is QuadPay has an algorithm that they utilize in order to determine how they will increase your credit limit. So the credit limit increase is processed by an algorithm that they use, and the algorithm, they don't really provide too many underlying details as to how the algorithm actually does calculate if you're ready for a credit line increase. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll go in and I'll ask some sort of customer service representative inside the chat room, how do I get a credit line increase? And they always give me the same answer that, you know, just keep using QuadPay and, you know, eventually it'll go up. But I've been using QuadPay for about 1.5 years, and the only thing I've actually seen is it go down because of the recent pandemic. So I think that it would be very interesting at the same time too if QuadPay provided a little bit more of guidelines as to how you can, you know, improve your chances of getting a credit line increase especially in the case that they're using an algorithm for it all. And there's no way for you to even contact a customer service representative and just say, hey, is it possible for me to get a credit line increase? A lot of times they won't really tell you there on the spot, like, oh yeah, you can get a credit line increase. No, it's really more so, it's just, yeah, you just got to keep using the app. If you keep using the app, guess what? You'll get a credit line increase. Well, I've been using it for about 1.5 years, and yeah. And now to wrap up the video. Overall, great application with great benefits. But to be honest, I think that if you have used Afterpay, Affirm, or Klarna inside the past, I really think that you should actually just give this a try and just see how you feel about it. Other than that, I really think that it helps strike that middle ground between a debit card and a credit card without being too overly one or the other. And I think that what QuadPay has here in terms of their application is a really good, beneficial application. I've been using it for a really long time, and I can say that I do actually love the fact that whenever I need to make a purchase, I don't feel like using a credit card, I don't feel like using a debit card. I have another payment option that's there and available for me to use. So I hope you guys have really enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know if you have any other questions, comments, or concerns inside the comment section below. And don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to be on the lookout for the next new video. Tech Anime out.
Too bad I done racked up, stacked up too much, I've been trying to go and pack up. I decided to go and get my check up. Young, yeah, I know I'm next up. Oh shoot, I thought I texted her. Never knew y'all knew it fold under pressure. Tessie, yeah, go ahead and let me test you. Heard you were looking for some treasure, only lesser. Measure, where your ruler with the measure. Keep it real, ain't never been about no pleasure. Gotta work hard to get the numbers to a stretch up. Hold it way too early under pressure. Now I'm looking for the next